Hi, this is Bob at Fairfax Coffee again. A lot of our customers have been asking recently which of the Italian pump-driven machines makes the best coffee. Well, I don't think there's very much competition here. I think it's got to be the Rancilio Silvia. Rancilio make a lot of coffee bar machines and only one domestic machine, and they use a lot of the components from commercial machines in their Rancilio Silvia, which you can see here. In addition to which, they make a very good grinder, which is called the Rocky. Here it is. We've got a big hopper on the top for taking beans, and very, very clearly marked gradations of degrees of grind. You can see we've got this set on number 10. So I think the best thing for me to do is actually to make you an espresso and cappuccino so you can see actually how this machine works. First thing I'm going to do, I'll take the portafilter from the machine. The machine's been on for a few minutes, so it's nice and hot, and I can rest it in the grinder just like that. The switch for starting the grinder is underneath. So now I have dosed the correct amount into the portafilter. Now the next thing I'm going to need I'm going to come around this side of the machine, is the cup in which to make the espresso, and I'm using a large one because I'm going to use the same one for making the cappuccino afterwards. Now what I need to do is I need to tamp the coffee. There's a very clear mark inside the basket of this portafilter, which by the way is 58 millimeters, so that's a real commercial size and a real commercial weight. A nice firm tamp. I put the portafilter into the machine, put it into place, cup underneath, and now it can start to produce our espresso. And you can see just what a powerful espresso it's making. Lots of crema. And that's a double size. And I'll put that aside for a moment, and I'm now going to switch the machine to the steam position, and it takes a few seconds for the boiler to become hot enough to dispense steam. And while that's happening, just let me point out one or two features of the machine. It's got a very large brass boiler, which means that it's very good for keeping the temperature of the coffee consistent. It also has got a very useful feature, which is a button in the centre there, so if I want to turn that espresso into an Americano, I simply push that centre button, open the steam tap, and I can get hot water from the steam wand, which is very good, and not very many machines actually have that facility. It weighs about 15 kilograms, which is much, much heavier than all of the other espresso machines which you'll see on the market. So you really are, with the Rancilio Silvia, getting something which is going to last a lifetime. The build quality is absolutely superb. Inside the water tank is filled from the top, or it can be removed if you wish to for when you want to clean it. It just lifts out. Let me put the top back on now. The filter holder itself is solid brass. There we are, if we're ready now to have the grounds knocked out. But it's a really, really heavy piece of equipment. Everything about this machine really tells a fantastic story for quality in the traditional Italian way. Now, we're going to foam the milk in a moment. Here's my milk bottle. I'm going to fill my jug about a third full with milk. I'm now ready to start the steaming process. I'm going to do it from this side of the machine so you can see what I'm doing. Simply put on the steam tap. In another video I'm going to show you milk foaming in some detail so you can really see what I'm doing. But the magic here is just to keep your hand on the side of the jug as the volume of milk increases, so that we get a very, very, very nice smooth foam, but at the same time not too hot. So when it becomes a little bit uncomfortable to hold by hand, I can then simply turn off the steam. I've then got a very nice foam, shake out the bubbles. Now coming back to our espresso to turn it into a cappuccino, then we can pour that into the centre and finish up with our shape of cappuccino like that. Absolutely fabulous. So Rancilio Silvia, Rocky Grinder, that's the best one that we can possibly find for you who loves to have the best Italian style espresso.